Hey guys, hello from home. What I just wanted to take a quick moment to talk to you today about is a really simple strategy that you could bring in and that I've already started to bring in just to really safeguard and protect our mental health in what is for many of us a bit of an unusual and unprecedented time, and that can of course cause feelings of overwhelm or upset and anxiety. So if you are having any feelings like that, that's completely okay. So this isn't about trying to stomp those feelings down or invalidate them. If you are feeling that way, I really encourage you to acknowledge your feelings, to be compassionate to yourself and to reach out for support. What we know is that over the next coming weeks and months, many of us will have days where we feel that way, and it's really important that we look after each other when we do. Having said that though, it can be really good to have some simple and super easy to apply strategies that can just help us to look after ourselves. So the strategy that I'd like to talk to you today about is actually about limiting our screen time. And really it's not so much about screen time as it is about sort of obsessive exposure to the news and the updates about corona. So it's really important that we stay aware and informed and up to date with accurate information about coronavirus, and that's something that I encourage us all to do. But if you're anything like me, then you've found that over the past days it can be quite easy to fall into a habit of checking our phone and sort of obsessively looping through coronavirus from first thing in the morning to sort of last thing before we go to bed at night. And the reality is that none of us need to be updated with information every 5 minutes, every half hour, or even every hour. I found myself in a bit of a loop of just getting stuck on Facebook, just refreshing to seeing what was happening. And in all honesty, I got nothing out of it. It just kind of made me feel a bit overwhelmed and obsessive. So here's what I do to change that. So I've started to set aside time twice a day to check in on accurate coronavirus information. I'm checking the Department of Health, I'm checking in with work, I'm checking in with my uni for any updates, and I'm also checking a maximum of 2 news sites. So for me, I've chosen the ABC and the Guardian because I trust them and I trust the information they're putting forwards. Any more than that is really just, you're going to replicate the same information over and over and over again in a way that it can become a little bit overwhelming and just too much. The second thing I've done is actually to start to use an app on my phone called Forest, and I'm going to tell you what Forest is about because it's my new favorite and I hope you like it as much as I do. Okay, so that little app with a green leaf is called Forest. It's a free app that you can download from the App Store, and what it does is actually help you to manage your screen time. So to use Forest, basically the way it works is you plant a tree. Love it. I'm partial to both virtual and less virtual trees, so this is right up my alley. And you can choose an amount of time that you want to plant a tree for, so it can be anything between 10 minutes to 2 hours. Essentially, once you've planted a tree, Forest locks you out of being able to use your phone. You can choose whether you want to be blocked just from social media and the internet, or whether you'd actually like to be blocked from your phone altogether. Now, you can still access your phone during that time, so if there's an emergency or work calls, of course you can contact it, but it does kill the tree if you do that. And if you're anything like me, you're going to find that highly motivating to not kill your tree, because I got quite distressed when my tree got killed and I felt like a bad plant mother. So Forest, that's my tip for the day. It's free, it's easy to download. Use it to consciously carve out some phone free time for yourself. Set your phone to one side. You plant a virtual forest over time and it's highly rewarding. So monitor your screen time, monitor your social media time, monitor the amount of time sort of spread out during the day that you're just kind of updating and trying to get the latest information. Stay informed, but don't stay overwhelmed, and just give yourself the gift of some time during the day, hours if you can do it, minutes if you can't do hours, where you're just not getting bombarded and super overstimulated by excessive amounts of information. Because one of the best things that we can do for ourselves during this time is to give ourselves some mental free space. So let's all grow a virtual forest together. Love you.